Welcome back, ladies and gents. Very interesting weekend coming up here in central London. To be honest, a very interesting weekend coming up here in the United Kingdom. I'm being smart, guys, not taking unnecessary risks. Look. When I say interesting, I mean, take your pick. Massive protests and certain organised protests, good protests that is, folks, the right type of protest. Cities like Nuneaton. And the reason for that is that a child, a young female child was, I won't use the word, but the R word, by a migrant that had been stationed somewhere in the city. Yeah. If that had been one of my kids, he wouldn't be going to prison, he'd be going to hell. So British people are kind of waking up, folks, as I mentioned in the video on Wednesday. You're going to be in the video and say hello.
Hello everybody.
No, this way.
Hello everybody. How are you?
I'm good.
John?
Yourself?
I'm very well. Lovely to meet you. I'm up earlier than I usually am.
To be honest, so am I. It's rare that I'm out. Guys, I'm actually posing for a selfie here.
Yeah.
Happy smiley John face.
Lovely to meet you, John. Beautiful day.
I mean, to be honest, I think this is the peaceful, calm moment before this weekend storm. I think it's, yeah, from what I've been told, a lot of Met and other resources have been assigned to this area because tomorrow they're expecting many hundreds of people to hold I Support Palestine Action placards. Mass arrests. Yeah. So, yeah. So keep safe. See you soon, yeah? Okay, folks, yeah, so that's what is expected here. So on top of the protests around the country, massive one, as I mentioned, in Nuneaton, there are others happening. Apparently there's something in Leeds, possibly Scotland as well. And most importantly of all, there'll be renewed protests in Epping. If any of you are not aware of what's been happening, folks, definitely worth looking at some of the big channels that have been covering that. My man AY, of course, he's been on this channel a few times talking to us. And I've mentioned Wesley's channel many times, guys. The only reason I'm not, or haven't been, covering that kind of content is because it's very well covered already. So it doesn't really need me to be adding into the mix. Plus I haven't got the kind of time that those guys give to it, sadly. I wish I had, but they know full well, because I've told them that they're supported in what they're doing by me, and I guess by most people that watch this channel as well, because at the end of the day, we're at a sort of a very dangerous tipping point between politicians needing to wake up and start listening to British people, and then the people reacting possibly very badly if people don't start, politicians that is, don't start waking up and listening to the people. Yeah. There comes a time, I guess, in everyone's life where they need to decide, look, you know, what is right, what is wrong here? And I think for a lot of people, that moment is rapidly approaching. So this weekend is going to be massively barometer-esque, because for the first time there's going to be a confluence of different protests. As if that were not enough already, there's another national march for Palestine tomorrow, a giant one actually, which will probably result in horse guards not be opening at all. Sorry, not being open at all. In other words, it'll probably be shut for the whole day tomorrow. I'm thinking they won't even bother to bring the horses out in the morning. It's a very, very, very large protest, massive march, probably tens of thousands. And in all probability, because of the route, it's heading to Downing Street, it will pass horse guards. It's starting quite early as well. So possibly 30, 40 minutes of horses in the morning, but in all likelihood, probably not. See, I'm being patient, guys, look. Yeah, I'm still not risking crossing. And that's probably the smart option, to be fair. So yes, that is what we've got ahead in the next few days. Lots of sort of mini protests. I'm not really sure. I probably should have asked them what's going on over here, but the security guy at Westminster sort of, you know, patrol. What's this one here? What's he protesting? Hold on one second, I'll try and find out. I'm not sure if it's an advert or a protest, but I mean, the thing is, there's always something. Doesn't matter where you look, it looks possibly Polish. I can't really tell. One says lands in London. Captain and Son. Wait, what is that? Wait, let me ask. What is that? That's unusual. Guys, is it like a protest or just like a tourist shop?
It's not a protest.
I thought it was because here, this is like the sort of main protest.
No, we're advertising a shop opening, so...
is that what it is? Okay, understood. Have a good day. Okay, so it's a mini shop advertisement. You never know, actually, because I thought it said something in Polish on the reverse of the letter, but the gent there has obviously got the model to assist with promoting the shop opening. Yeah, that's probably not the best spot, to be honest, because that really is, as he says himself, protest central. Hugely. Right. Up. Okay, seeing lots of police vehicles stationed in the middle. I'm not expecting anything to be unusual today. That's not to say it won't be, just that from the usual schedules, from the usual NGOs, charities and causes that I follow. The reason I follow them, folks, not necessarily because I agree with them. It's because it's the best way to get status updates on what is planned next, and more importantly, where it's planned and how that might affect our filming vis-a-vis horse guards. Yeah, it's funny actually because if somebody sort of audited my Instagram account, I do follow some somewhat controversial organisations. But hey, as I said, it's the best way to get on that feed. Look, action plan for tomorrow or this weekend or whatever, blah, 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 blah. You're not going to know. Please zoom me off somewhere. You're not going to know unless you've got, very frequent status updates about what is happening next. Now, luckily, we're a little bit earlier than usual this morning. Oh, Russian spies at it again. Look, bugging electronic equipment here on Whitehall. And the reason, in fact, that we're going to be... Wait, I lost my train of thought then. Oh, damn it. I just had an important point to make and now it's gone. Flip. See, the spies back there made me lose my train of thought. Anyway, sorry, back to... so following, controversial organisations. One needs to keep abreast of current events, folks. Because, to be honest, there isn't a sort of a central source which lists everything that might or might not happen in London, which is annoying. There's not like a single London calendar. You can't look and select this day and this is a list of what's happening. It's unfortunate, to be honest, because if somebody did, kind of collate the information put out by all of these myriad organisations into a searchable database, I think it would be quite popular. If you're a tourist in London this weekend, you're not going to want to be anywhere at all in Central, because the main body of the protest will be starting toward Russell Square, which is near the British Museum, working its way, in all likelihood, along, I would guess, probably Charing Cross Road. Then it will hit Trafalgar Square, and obviously just after that, we arrive on Whitehall and Horse Guards. So between it starting and it hitting Horse Guards, won't take long. 30 minutes, I reckon, tops. Start an hour tops. Now, Sunday's looking reasonable comparatively, but knowing how many resources have been redeployed from other parts of the UK to London for tomorrow, the police are not taking any chances, I can tell you that. Now, the key thing will be, and I will do my very best, guys, I can't promise, but I'm planning at this point to be out tomorrow covering different bits and bobs. I'll do my very best to find out exactly what's happening and where, so that we're in the right spot if I'm out. Because what isn't known before these sort of, yes, the actions and routes are planned, but like Just Stop Oil, they never announce where they're going to sit down or where they're going to show the placards or where they're planning a mass arrest, etc. So there is, alas, a bit of serendipity to it, but that's okay. Now, I'm a bit disappointed, guys, because it was supposed to be a super bright and sunny morning this morning. It's very warm and sticky. No sunshine yet, might still come. But from tomorrow, we head into the mid-20s. Today it's like 22, 23. But like kind of muggy and blah. I think the horses are going to be too happy this morning. But yep, tomorrow, proper sunshine. Which is why I think, given the weather, the time of year, the announcement either yesterday or the day before, I think it was yesterday actually, the announcement that the whole of Gaza City is going to be occupied. I think that alone is going to bring out a lot of protesters. Yeah. So we've got a sort of, a perfect storm, as it were, weather, circumstance, political climate, blah 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 blah. I'm so distracted actually by thinking ahead to this weekend's events that I completely forgot to even speculate on who's on. Then again, if I just stop to think for a second before opening my big mouth, of course it's the lifeguards, who, to be honest, are probably happy because they're going to have a very chill weekend. Very chill weekend. So as mentioned, they will likely have no lifeguard duties tomorrow. If they do, it will be very brief. So limited amount of time in the boxes. Oh yeah. And the rest of the time, they will probably have to themselves. Yes. Okay, so this trooper, very bold, confident fellow, has positioned his horse. Look, the horse is looking at us. He's like, hey, come over here. I think, wait, is it Zorba? I can't really tell from here. Positioned his horse pretty much slap bang in the middle of the street. Look at it. This is why people are sort of standing away. If I just take another step back, look. People are sort of forming a human wall around the horse. I can't really see that they're going to walk straight into the box. I mean, there might be a few idiots that will do that. Plus, from here, I've also got a great view, look, of Bingy McBong. Yes. Now, we're not massively early, but we are quite a bit earlier than usual. We normally hit here around 5 to noon, give or take, something like that. But today, we've still got more than 20 minutes. Well, we've got roughly 20 minutes, give or take, till the changeover. The trooper, new face or not, very, very hard to gauge, actually, folks. The thing is, not having seen some of these lads and ladies for months, okay, not just because of the summer holiday, but many were on rotation, there is no way of knowing unequivocally if this fellow is a new face. Instinctively, he looks familiar to me, instinctively. So I'm going to put my money on him having been here before and him being a returnee as opposed to a new face that just started. Yeah, I think he's looking at me like, what do you mean, a new face? Of course not, I've been in the regiment for 15 years. He hasn't been in the regiment for 15 years, folks, otherwise he'd likely be an NCO at this point. No guarantees, of course, but typically if you put in a decade plus, you're going to make it to non-commissioned officer level. Or I guess one would hope you would make it to non-commissioned officer level, pretty much. Now, looking into the yard, there is still no foot guard, folks, which, to be honest, hey, right, is not really a surprise. I mean, I'm not expecting to see them back ever. That doesn't mean to say they won't be back ever. It just means that if they are going to be back, I will be massively surprised. Oh, look, the blushing bride is here. In fact, complete with ribbons, a rucksack, a tiara, like Her Royal Highness, in fact, with a tiara, and most importantly of all, a happy, optimistic look, which is strange to me because one would think that if you're about to lose your freedom, getting married, you would be a little bit like, oh. That said, we've all been there, folks, been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and I'm out of the other side. I'm not going to bother the blushing bride with a bunch of obnoxious questions because it's not fair. Now, is it Zorba, folks? I don't think it is, actually. No, it's not Zorba. What am I talking about? Of course it's not flipping Zorba. God, I really need to start looking at... Let's see, this is the thing. After a few weeks away, this horse, immediately I recognise the blaze. It's not Zorba. I'm wasting my time going on that road. I know it's not. But I recognise this horse. Is it Titus? You know what? I'm not even going there. I'm not going to go there. I'm going to leave it to you guys, as usual. The horse is like, what do you mean? If you're not even going to guess at who I am, then what are you doing here? Why are you even filming? That's probably what he's thinking. Okay, so we've only got a few minutes. Wait, let's shift. Oops. Try not to smash anyone in the face with my camera. Let's move a teeny bit, folks, to the other end. and see who we've got up this end. Oh, actually, wait, I recognise this this particular trooper at this end. He's a familiar face. Oh yeah! I'll decide actually which I think is the better end for the changeover nearer the time. Now, the interesting thing today actually is that, I mean, it's packed. There's a flipping ton of people here, but almost everybody is voluntarily behind the bollards. I'm kind of wondering to myself whether or not the police have been out recently and or said something, because it's very odd that everyone is keeping back without having been told to keep back. I'm actually behind the bollards now, but I almost feel uncomfortably too close, which is ridiculous because I'm not anywhere near as close as on a typical day. Ah. Odd, no? Even the horse is like, why are you so far away? I think, guys, quickly, before it gets mad, we'll take a snap of this beauty, as he's kind of giving us a cheeky little look. The horse, that is, not the trooper. Now, the hoof number for this one I've got, so I'll make sure I cross-reference it before I post. Incidentally, guys, the one I speculated might be a new A horse the other day. Reason for that, in the video I did mention on Wednesday that I had taken the picture of the hoof number. It was a very dark and murky picture, and I was pretty sure, with about sort of 90% certainty, that I could read the number. Obviously I couldn't, or I couldn't read it properly. And the horse that I speculated might be a new A horse, thanks to some of you commenting, was identified as being nothing of the sort. It was in fact Glorious Valiant, who we've seen before. In fact, many times we've seen before. That's the 45 bell. Now, the only thing that we need is a bell end to accompany the bell, i.e. a tourist, like in the little bandana. A tourist who's not concentrating, not focusing, and decides to march up as though they own the place. Will we get one? I mean, we might. Sweaty joggers and stuff arriving. Look, all flustered, like, oh my god, all of these peasants, get out of the way. I'm trying to be my personal best here before I get back to the office and call the Indian Prime Minister. At this rate, we're going to need to stand actually across the street, outside Raffles, to be far enough back to actually get people's faces in the flipping camera. Like, what is going on? Can you imagine, guys, this many people? Look at it all. But when we turn toward the box, there's almost no one. Like, what? Does it make sense? And it's a crazy thing. Oh, look at this. Wait, who's this? Gosh. I couldn't quite see, folks. Page Cav, possibly. Officer on the left. Couldn't really see. I know that there are some chevrons. I'm not sure if there are 2 or 3. Could be a corporal of horse with a trooper. No idea, in all honesty. If you manage to spot it, folks, post it. It'd be quite easy to see if you sort of zoom in at that moment on the uniform. Definitely 2 or 3 chevrons. I could see that as they passed me by. The thing is, the second I moved back then, about 50 people just zoomed in front of me. Look. It's absolutely mind-boggling, to be honest. I'm quite thankful that it's not a sunny morning. I really am. Because if it were a sunny morning, then oh wow. Okay, we're going to have a quick look in the yard, simply because it's been a while. In fact, it's been for me about 3 weeks. And it's very, very chaotic. Look at all of the people just sort of hanging around, etc. Now, interestingly enough, it seems they've resolved the issue of the archway. Now, curiously, they decided to remove the chain and replace it with a traffic cone. I mean, I get the cone. Not that it will really stop everybody, it will give most people food for thought. But removing the chain's an odd one, because it now means that people are able to walk into the archway this way. So I'm pretty sure, on those really, really hot, sunny days, we will get people heading in for a bit of a picnic. I mean, we've seen it multiple times already. It's inevitable that will happen again. and tons more people already coming over, and it's nowhere near guard change time at the palace. I say it's nowhere near. I mean, they wouldn't have started arriving here yet from the palace. It takes a bit longer, you know. Guard change at 11ish. Crowds, quickest you get out of there and up to here. I'm thinking 11:30 if you sort of, you know, hyper fast Parisian speed. But realistically, as usual, more like 12 noon. In other words, in the next 15 minutes, then you'll hit the queue in the tunnel, of course. So no chance of really getting to the front here until a good 5 to 10 past noon, which is 20 minutes from now. The trooper's doing a magnificent job of positioning this massive, glorious horse right out of the box. That, to be honest, is, I think, the best way to command authority naturally. Just like putting the massive horse right outside now. Now both of them have done it. This end, I would say, somewhat more out of the box than at the other end. We're going to move ourselves in. Oh, we've got a spammer here today. I'm not really surprised. Hold on. Gosh, I can't really move yet, folks, because there are just people sort of standing in front of me. Okay, there's a small gap. It's a very, very small gap, but it's better than nothing. At least for a minute. Okay, what about Bro over here on the left? Now, curiously, folks, wait, move a teeny bit to the left. Curiously, the trooper is not actually sweating his whatever's off. I say curiously because I am. It really is a very sticky day. He's saying to the kid, if you study hard and train hard and learn to ride a horse, then in 17 years I'm going to be expecting to take a picture of you here in this exact spot. Mator is saying don't go in the box. I mean, the funny thing is when people say that is that no one actually listens, generally speaking. People decide to do what they want to do as opposed to what others tell them to do here. We've seen it multiple times. In other words, they pretty much couldn't care less. I'm so tempted to take out the phone and double check about Titus, but I'm not going to do that. Oh, we've got somebody making a little documentary over here as well, this guy. Chinese guy on the left. He's sort of secretly, I mean, he's trying to pretend it's secret, but it's not actually secret because he just gave a very awkward smile. I'm not sure if we saw that in the picture, but he's filming everybody that's filming at the front here today. Now, possibly for, I don't know, something for a production company or maybe a Chinese TV show. Now, I think this is going to be the best spot actually to wait for the changeover, which is happening reasonably soon, i.e. the next. Great, man, I can just about see the clock. The next kind of 8 to 9 minutes, but they'll, I think, start to marshal people behind the bollards quite soon, in all honesty. It's weird, I look at the screen, it kind of looks like I'm really, really close, but I'm this side of the bollards in front of me, guys, not even standing next to it. Obviously, it looks like we're super close because the entire horse, except probably realistically for the back legs, is out of the box. That reminds us of a certain Blues and Royals who is now on his way to being an NCO. You know who I'm more referring to. He always used to bring the horse right out of the box at the beginning of the week, showing everybody that, you know what, I am the King's lifeguard and you lot are not. Which, to be honest, I think is quite fair. I would pull the horse out myself. If I were lucky enough, fortunate enough to be sitting on the horse, I'd bring the horse right out into the box and I'd shout at any peasant to get back. Also, guys, you might notice I'm a teeny weeny bit hoarse myself, voice that is. It's not like wrecked, but it's not quite at full strength. That's not because I'm a degenerate gambling drunk. If anything, the opposite is true. It's more because of the fact that, oddly enough, yours truly, even on holiday actually, had a mild throat infection. Yeah, I haven't been putting, strange foreign objects down my throat. That's not my thing. But I've definitely got a bit of a something going on. It's fine. I'll give it a week if it doesn't go off to the doctor. Oh, the boss is here. Here he is. Old trooper reporting for duty. Little nod to new trooper, or newer trooper, on the horse. Always good to see that. It'd be nice if we actually saw a tourist though getting in near the horse, wouldn't it? I don't mean like, you know, within touching distance of the horse, but I mean within, say, I don't know, 5 feet of the horse. At the moment they're all about 7-8 feet away, which is too far. Oh, somebody's got, looks like a bow, and it's a bow without the arrows over there on the left, the small girl. Now I haven't yet, looking to my left, seen any of the usual Chinese groups, the tour groups. It might be that we're a bit too early for that. I do think that they're going to turn up at some point pretty soon, in all honesty. I'll be very surprised if we pass a guard change day without a single Chinese tour group. Doors are about to be opened. The orderly is going to pull them open. I kind of would have thought actually that for most of the month of August, if not all of it, they would have. Oh, this guy's got a water pistol. Look, no weapons are allowed at this location. No water pistols. I would have thought they'd have left the doors open actually for the whole month. Okay, I think the orderly is shortly going to start telling everybody. Yep, here we go. He's telling them all to get their goddamn whatever's back behind the bollards. Bro, guy with a flowery t-shirt, it's kind of like, hello. He's keeping everybody way back actually, which is good to see. Now, the problem is, if he leaves in a second, all of these people that have just been told to get back will just stream forward again. Get ready for it. It's only a matter of time before somebody else arrives who hasn't heard him telling them and grabs a spot next to the box. I mean, the main thing is next to the box is not in the box. Wait, what about this bro? Strolling through the box, look. There's always one. Every single time, actually. We're going to get, unfortunately, guys, quite a lot of heads bobbing for the moment. Oh, hold on. It's a bubble gun, look. He just squatted, he fired the water pistol, and it produced a bunch of bubbles. I'm not actually sure whether he tried to shoot the bubbles into my face. It kind of felt for a second as though he was trying to do that. That's fine, I don't mind. I like foam parties. Okay, so other people are now arriving and telling their family and friends and kids to stand there on that white line. I'm not sure how that's going to go down with the trooper. Golly. I mean, to be honest, I'm actually really glad I'm standing here with this bollard in front of me, because already, and we're not yet at the Bing Bong stage, it is absolutely compressed, packed along the front here. Yes. Now, the good news about the lifeguards being on this weekend, or not being on, if it is a busy protest weekend, is that next week, Monday to Wednesday, okay, and then Friday to Monday, Blues and Royals. So out of the coming 7 days, starting Monday, from that point, 7 days, 5 of the 7, okay, will be Blues days, and 2 will be lifeguards days. Now, I'm happy about that simply because, of course, I'm hoping we'll see more of Mr. Mon, no guarantees, but more importantly, as I said in the videos before holiday, it really felt as though there was not a very high proportion of Blues time. You know, I'm not complaining, it's not a negative, but it just seemed odd because the videos before, say like this time last year, seemed to overwhelmingly be Blues and Royals days, but the exact opposite is true this year. How weird is that? And if we count through the last 50 videos on the channel, about 32 of them or so are lifeguard videos. Yeah. They're still coming out and still posing whatever, but no one for the moment is getting super close to the horse. Horse is probably thinking like, damn it, I should have put my deodorant on this morning, nobody's getting close. I'm like, why is everyone ignoring me? Except Mr. Guinness over here. Now, I'm not sure if it was a serious comment, but one of you, regular viewer, mentioned in the comments on Wednesday's video that the council had a clean-up here. Now, I don't know if that was a joke or whether or not you were being serious, because one thing I noticed on Wednesday, and again I'm noticing it now, it might not be the case later, but the spammer levels are down massively, folks. So, for example, on a busy spammy day, there'll be like, I don't know, as many as 12. Today, I only see 1. I mean, I guess that's a good start. I don't know if people are expecting to get a decent spot to watch the changeover with a bike. I mean, there's not really much scope for a Santander bike. Oh. They're still sort of flooding in and out. I haven't seen a single super interesting outfit yet either. I mean, the dog is actually the best dressed look. I mean, that is a lovely coat, isn't it? Whichever way you look at it. We weren't entirely sure whether they're allowed to move. There's pretty much, actually, the lady's trying to say to them, let's stand here, there's pretty much no room left at the front here. So anyone coming out now, sent at the front, is just standing in front of someone that was already here. Let's hope it doesn't happen to us, but if it's a kid, I don't mind. Is it you, Mr. Titus? I'm sure it is. Oh, he is moved. Actually, the police are telling a few people to move from the yard to the front. The VIP corner is empty. I'm not sure if that's because they're forbidding anyone to go there today. Bro, it's the middle of the guard change. Straight off, trooper told him behind the bollards. And raise a sword, as if to subtly say, behind the bollards, or it's your head. Okay, so replacement horses. Any moment. Bing bong, bing bong. The only negative to standing here is that the column supports the gate, it pretty much blocks the entire view, at least for the moment. But they'll come forward in a second and we'll move the camera back to the right. Also, don't film me, I'm shy. Guys, look at the front here, Tony, look. That's a lot of people, man, in all honesty. It's actually probably too many people, if we think about it. Look at them all. Golly gosh. Some are still not listening. They've been told several times, including with hand gestures, to get behind the bollards. They're still not listening. Oh, flipping out this horse, look. You can't wait to get in the box. Very curious to see who might well be taking over from this fellow. Some tourists still marching on the front here, not caring at all. Okay, familiar face in the other box at the other end. And I think relatively familiar face about to enter this box. Let's see. Wait. Oh, that's the bus making that strange noise. I'm actually glad we've got a bollard between myself and this flipping massive horse, to be honest. Okay, I like the trooper that has entered this box at this end. You'll see him in just a moment. Dismount coming up, again, probably blocked somewhat. The police actually seem to be kind of hyper-observant. I wonder if they spotted someone in the crowd. They're really having a good old look, actually, about everybody here this morning. I'd be willing to bet, I haven't seen one, but I'd be willing to bet there's at least 1 or 2 pickpockets in this crowd right now, because you've got 500-600 people here, all sandwiched together, unable to escape. you know, ruffling in somebody's backpack, knowing that they can't really do anything, it would be incredibly easy. Not to encourage anybody, that is, but anyway, they've just dismounted. Clank. And here is our new beauty. In fact, that's a really cute looking horse now. Look at that blaze. I think the picture I got of the previous gen at the other end is such a good one. Plus I got the hoof thumper. That will be today's picture of the day. The red bearded trooper. Okay, so there was one lucky person that found his way onto the VIP corner. Okay, so everybody's now heading off to Whitehall, to Trafalgar Square, through the gates toward the palace, or, as you're about to see, a massive surge of people arriving here. From the tunnel, from the yard, and of course from the palace. So we're going to kind of do our best to get a bit of both, in all honesty. Oh my gosh, they're really sort of pushing through the gate. Look at this. Bro.
Stand right here. Do not move. Right, boys, turn right.
United Kingdom.
Alex.
Look at this, they're just marching into the box. Because to be honest, there's not really anywhere else they can march. There's no space here for anybody to be going around the box at this moment. Everything's full. And we've got this many people that just came through the gate. Look at it. What the flip? I'll only move it a little bit more to the left if and when we get people standing there. Because for the moment, it's vacant. Oh my gosh. Almost has a bit of a New Year's Day vibe, folks. She's not quite in the box. Trooper was about to say something, but then she moved her foot.
Let's see the picture. Let's see the picture.
Oh my, oh my.
Can I see the picture?
Flipping no chance of getting a good picture anyone today. Not with this many. It's going to be a sea of heads and bags, everything else I think as well in front of the camera, which is kind of unavoidable. Always good to see the last minute checks actually, not just on the horse but making sure that his colleague is fine and nothing seems to be bothering him or the horse. Now you can see that the lady's recognising there's a line despite being told by the person holding the phone to move back toward the horse. I honestly hope it doesn't actually get much worse than it is now because it's just we're physically out of space already. Oh my word, what on earth. I can't even begin to imagine what's going through the trooper's mind at this point. He's probably thinking, what the god damn it. Okay, somebody actually managed to get themselves through the crowd to stand near the horse. Her dress matches his tunic. Now guys, how long before we see a woolly jumper or a pair of curtains that's been repurposed as a summer outfit? Imminently would be my guess. Look at them all. It's like a conference of heathens. Margot Robbie's looking a bit rough these days. She looked far better in Wolf of Wall Street, no? guess the Hollywood life takes its toll. What's this bro doing? Look at this. Bro, seriously. Like, how dare you? The way that he just marched into the box. The trooper just rolled his eyes. He's just like, damn it, these people are just thick. The funny thing was how casually he strolled over and then abruptly turned around and strolled away. Don't touch the horse, thank you. I mean, it is pretty complicated, isn't it, I guess? To understand that means don't touch the horse. In other words, don't approach with your arm outstretched, thinking you're going to give the horse a little bit of a twitchy twitch, because it's not happening. Okay, bro is back, but this time he's way outside the box. He's not going to make the same mistake. He's being good boy this time, look there. But for how long, folks? Is he going to get back into the box? I mean, I don't know. If he does, I'll turn the camera. He's tempted, I can tell, look. Flipping, what's he doing, like a little 360-degree video? Bro. Okay, he's gone now.
No, just do it right here.
My kingdom for a horse, said the princess.
Over one side. There, ready?
Okay, I remember this guy definitely used to work for the Kali cartel. I think he's got like 4 or 5 teardrops under one of his eyes, like tattooed. That's his body count. He's in hiding now here in London. Okay, let's dress for a funeral and visit horse guards. Why that all black on a sticky day like today?
Ready? 1, 2.
Now, Miss New York 97 here is in the corner of the box. Getting closer. People are dropping litter as well. If she gets any close... Oh, just told us behind the line. And again. At risk of beheading. Oh, here we go. Now her mum has gone into the box to be told to get behind the line as well. Oh look, imagine that, Chinese tourists actually telling people to get out of the box. They normally tell everybody to get in the box. Oh flipping, now the dad. Okay, the dad's not in the box. That's not bad, is it? I mean, 2 out of 3 family members getting told to get out of the box. Okay, fashion show is beginning on the left. This is Adriana from Malaga. Actually, wait, not convinced that's Spanish, actually. There are actually more people now, folks, and I'll show you in a second, than there were 3 minutes ago. Look, I can't actually properly rotate the camera because there are just too many bodies. Like, what on earth? I'm thinking it actually might be far worse than this tomorrow, though, during the marches and protests. That said, those that are creeping up slowly are still managing to stay outside the box. There's about 50 other people waiting for a picture. I think she's got them a bit lost. And they're still surging out the gate. I actually prefer the Christmas crowds, to be honest, when everybody's all kind of chill looking with their woolly hats and gloves and stuff and scarves.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Oh, saved by his daughter. That's the police screaming to everybody already to get themselves out of the way, because otherwise they're not going to get out, are they? Look at her. We've got our giant favourite fluffy horse coming out of the gate. I'm not sure we'll make it around in time to see him, but let's have a quick look. There's a chance we might. Got these two here, look. Both beauties, but we've got massive Brabazon with a familiar face, just about to exit the gate. Gosh, aren't they beautiful? These two. I think they're waiting for their colleagues to catch up actually before they ride out as a foursome. An awesome foursome. Absolutely fantastic. Because there's only a little bit of traffic, and normally they're like halt, stop. God, that's amazing, eh? Look at this one. Another. Hey, all right. Yeah, yourself? Thank you. It is Brabazon, and of course the very friendly officer that we see here many, many times. Lovely guy. Great to see Brabazon. Okay, so whilst we're at this end, let's have a quick peek at who we've got. I mentioned a familiar face. We've seen him many times. Very serious, no nonsense, but very chill, actually, this trooper, I must say. That's one thing that I admire about this fellow. He's incredibly chill. Wait. Oh my goodness me, what on earth is going on with all of these people? I'm not hearing sort of like, you know, a dominant language being spoken. Lots of German being spoken today, but it's not like a typical day when, you know, I can see the Hinchis are here, all the Chinese, all the Italians, all the Spanish, whatever. I think there are just so many, we've got a bit of everything. It's a mixing pot of primarily Western European languages. Haven't had a single American accent actually yet today. Horse is like, you gonna take my picture or what? I'm tired of holding my neck up. I'm thinking actually it's very likely, depending on how many people arrive from the palace, very likely that we might end up having a bit of an addendum to this main part. I'll see how it goes. I'm sorry, go ahead.
When I went over there or not?
The old trooper looks somewhat lost in the yard actually, and it's a real pity that he doesn't get to perform his favoured duty of telling the tourists to shift, or in his words, make way for the guard. But then again, we all miss that, folks. Yeah, hello. Maybe wait for the girl to finish. I'm trying to look at the fashion here today. Trouble is, like that lady's jumper, it actually makes my eyes go cross-eyed. Colour and linear explosion, all in one. Madness. Who's next? In fact, I used to have a dress like that on my couch when I was a student. Like it was a kind of a blanket, a throw. I mean, the heart thing doesn't work without two hands, does it? You need somebody else to give the second part of the heart. I should have gone over and done it actually, then she would have given me £200. That's a bit of a viral thing here in London. So some of the channels walk around with like, I can't even do it with my own, I didn't even try to do it, something like that, look, like half a heart or whatever. Poor attempt, but you see what I mean, and somebody else, if they match it and form the heart, they get like, I don't know, £100 or £200. So pro tip tourists, if you're ever here, or those of you that are watching from abroad, if you're ever here as tourists, and somebody walks up to you and tries to, you know, make you complete the heart, do it. Yep, you'll get probably £100 or £200, maybe even more. Actually, some of the channels give hundreds of pounds away. Why? Because, you know, it's easy and cheap content. They walk around, do it to about 100 people. 99 will like ignore them or say get lost or give them a dirty look. but maybe one or two will finish the heart, and they'll make more for the video, and then they gave away. So profit. Profit, profit, profit. To be honest, the first tourist season proper since the boxes were laid, i.e. this year, even with the Canadians, who yes did have to raise their voices considerably, it's been far more civilized than last year. Like considerably, in fact, more civilized than last year. There've been a few sort of very unpleasant people, but not as many, I'll be honest, as I was expecting. Oh, she's falling in love with the horse already. Horsey, I love you. I can understand why. Okay, back we go. Wait, somebody's left all this expensive kit in the middle of the road. I thought it was yours. I was gonna say who left it here. Bro, be careful. There's people grab your stuff and just run like mad. Take it easy, yeah? It's a pro photographer. I think, in fact, from his accent, he's from the US. Probably doesn't know just how dangerous it can be here because, let's be honest, say you're from Chicago or another city where there is actual, serious chance of not just crime but harm to your person. London probably seems like a bit of a cakewalk comparatively. Whereas, in terms of low-level crime, it's actually much worse here. Much worse. Than a lot of those, supposedly super dangerous urban locations like Chicago or New York or whatever. You might not end up getting seriously hurt here, but you'll definitely end up getting robbed. Officers coming through to check everything's fine, like the gent that he is. I think the biggest problem actually is that because there are so many people, a lot of people are just not willing to navigate the crowd to get anywhere close to the horse. Is this bro gonna move his fat head or not? Lucky it's not sunny actually, because the trooper would be super squinting actually at this end. That's the bad thing about the horse being out or flipping out. Hello. Yeah, don't worry about the camera. Become the sort of poor exploration channel. I don't mean poor people. I mean pause. Oh my good lord! How is it even possible though to not realise when you walk over that you're standing with honestly a hair's breadth a moment ago of the camera. Damn, I like the fact that she's happy with a shorter man. That said, I mean, unless she was dating Michael Jordan, any guy's going to be shorter. Wow. Okay, wish I had a little speaker right now. I'd play some me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Oh, I wonder why she was sort of crouching down then. That was looking a bit odd. It's almost impossible to get a clean shot without a head, a camera, a phone, arms, some foreign object entering it like a Spanish head. That's a chaos.
Stand here. Right, Elijah, stand in front of this white line. Do not go in the box. Excuse me. Get out the box, please. Out of the box. Thank you.
Oh wow.
Elijah, stand here.
I'm loving the Scottish tourists telling everyone to get out. No,
I'm in the military, so it annoys me because they're just trying to do a job.
These stupid tourists don't even pay attention, do they? It is really annoying, I get it.
Good job, buddy. Come this way, please. Thank you. Right, where's your dad gone? Hand, put that down, please.
Good to see that, folks. Lady mentioned she's in the military herself, so she gets it. It's a respect thing, isn't it, at the end of the day? Oh, here we go again, look. This little bro is pushing his luck. Well, they shuffle themselves out of the box. Really like the fact that she was that happy to speak up that loud in front of everybody, because you can see that the person in the box immediately got themselves out of the box. Brilliant. In fact, maybe we should hire her to deal with errant tourists who can't decide whether the line means stand over it, i.e. in the box, or outside it. Who's next? My goodness me, look, somebody's got an Insta360 on the longest flipping selfie stick. I actually have no idea how they don't end up whacking people with those when they walk around, because it's very unwieldy. Bro, don't worry about the lady that's behind you. She's not happy, is she? In fact, guys, she's really not happy about that. She said Asim or eSIM? I've got an eSIM. Okay, who's next? Oh man, wow. One thing we haven't got today though, actually, I've just realised why I'm more relaxed than Monday. There are no wasps or insects flying around. Oh. Nice little smile for the trooper. Flipping, a Chinese guy behind me is making sure everyone in Shanghai can hear him. Bloody hell, wow. That is loud, guys. That is super loud. Notice though, not one single person, except the chap with the turban earlier, marched straight up to the horse. Yet. Oh, guys. Oh, that's interesting. The little kids have just moved. But it's going that way, actually. It's very rare that they arrive here and go into the yard toward the palace. It's almost always the other way, as we saw a little earlier. Hopefully, most of his shift is going to be a pretty straightforward one. Yeah, he's had to gesture and mention very, very gently to people to move back. Not one person though has gone and taken the you-know-what yet. Flipping, oh look, it's rare that we see people that pretty much hit the top of the sign. This guy's about 6'6". Oh. Lucky the family told them to move. Straight into the Z-box. That's pretty smart actually, phone tucked into her jeans. That is actually pretty smart. On the front, obviously, not on the back. Because nobody's going to try and grab it from the front, are they? Let's be honest. I wonder if this Indian surfer bro is going to break the rules. It's like, where's my board? Uh-oh. She's in the box. Just hold her. I think he said out the line or over the line. Another one. Straight after I said hardly no one's in the box. Two naughty little rule breakers. Oh yeah, good idea to bring a flipping massive fluffy black dog here to scare the horse. Very smart. Wait, her t-shirt says finish it. Finish what? I think they need to finish the logo on the t-shirt. Oh my god, if the dog starts barking. Flip me off. Horses like are much bigger. Yeah, exactly. Maybe take the dog away. It's going to scare the horse, no? Oh, somebody's about to zoom through the box. Actually, no, they're not. They've just stopped. It looks as though they were going to zoom through on a little mobility car. Gosh. Look how much motion there is, folks, in front of us. Okay, doggy's gone, which is good. Plus, to be honest, in this weather, folks, it'd almost certainly end up being a hot dog. I'm thinking maybe the troopers should bring out, a bowl of water for passing dogs. This horse is like, don't mention water, I'm really thirsty. Actually, thinking about it, yeah, we didn't see the horse watered on Monday. Oh, he's in the box. Bro. Oh, she's in the box because she's bending forward. A very curious pose, actually. I don't know which bell that is. 15, 30 past? I've got no idea, actually. But I am genuinely shocked, folks, that we already passed 1 hour. Like, how? I can never understand how the time vanishes. I get here, I make my little video, and it's gone. Oh, this girl has Mercy on her top. The problem is the trooper didn't respond. Wait, got 2 more coming through the gate now, and this absolute sea of tourists. Oh, he's telling these ladies to get behind the line. They're actually having to wait, look, to exit the yard because there are too many people. They've ground to a halt, at least temporarily. What's happened to our favourite tour group wearing earpieces? Maybe they decided to go to Nordic countries instead. Probably a bit too hot in London for some people, trying to escape the heat at home or elsewhere. So what's the point in travelling from 30 degrees at home to 30 degrees in London later this week? Let's go to Norway or Finland instead. They're still there, actually. They're finally about to move. I think, to be honest, they're probably just being super cautious because there are lots of little people around, lots of kids, lots of pushchairs. And that would, the optics would look terrible if the police, accidentally of course, ran into somebody or over somebody. Let's hope that never happens. Another one in the box. Trooper's telling her, but she's not listening. Another one straight in the box, look. Oh, and a third one. Are they flipping stupid or what? It serves him right. They're all the same group, actually, this whole bunch of idiots. Unbelievable. They're laughing about it now as though it's some kind of a joke. Must have been intentional, no? I mean, if you just told 2 of them and then the third one goes and does the same thing, then, I mean, what can you say? Like the fact that, oh, here we are, back again. I think with that floppy hair, I probably can't see the horse coming. Oh my, and another one. Okay, only 1 foot over, but it's all the same group. Yeah, that's the trouble with big floppy haircut like that. You can't see anything. I'm not sure if you can even hear anything when you've got that much hair, bro. I was pretty sure, because his friend is filming just to my right, that he was about to do something to get shot of that. Great to see how quickly the guard shut that down before it happened. Just when I'm thinking it's going to be a quite normal day and they're going to be stupids, we get multiples, one after another, consecutive stupids. Oh my goodness me, somebody's turned up wearing a heavy, thick, black leather jacket. Folks, we might see her in a second. Like, what? How? It's way too hot for that. Crazy. Okay, and then after that bit of madness, it's kind of calmed down somewhat. I mean, will it last? I have no idea. Need that Jaws music. They should actually have it on a speaker next to the box, and in the guard room when they see somebody getting too close, they could just switch it on quickly. That would certainly make some of the tourists pause. I have no idea how she's not absolutely flipping baking wearing all that kit. Look at it. I mean, I'm baking and I've got a t-shirt on. Should I point the camera that way? Up, not down. Oh. She's not going to stop everybody walking into the frame or getting anywhere close to spoil their picture. There were just too many people here. Who do you think she is? Queen of the Philippines or something? Oh, goodness me. I think actually looking to this side, folks, please just push that gate closed. I think they're just tired of how many people are flooding through this end. I wouldn't quite say we're at the point of the troop and being overwhelmed, because most people are trying to stay out of the box, but the numbers are somewhat overwhelming. I think it's actually smart to keep the side gates closed and funnel everybody through the centre. At least that way they get the chance to take a breath, look around and decide, okay, what are we going to do? Stay here for a picture? Navigate the crowd? Look, little queen over there still keeping everyone back, look. I love this. This guy's wife here is saying to him, push her away. The queen, that is, push her out the way. Brilliant. I mean, that counts as a partial entrance to the box, is it not? The thing is, there are about 50 languages being spoken at once. I can't really pull out any of them in particular. There's just too much noise. It really is just noise, actually, as opposed to actual spoken languages that are perceptible. What the hell? I thought she had a microphone then. It's actually just a phone on a selfie stick. I thought she was going to try and interview the horse. Anyway, she's our last one, folks, in this part one, but I will be right back in just a moment for part 2. Yes, part 2 coming up. I'll be right back.